Like, just stuff like that has always just made me laugh.
Oh, so we can go down. Right, got it.
Because people try to present a very obvious or something that people have, like, figured out or taught to death, and then present it as a unique...
Well, you always see it with certain video games, don't you? Like, 5-10 years down the line, people go, you know what? I think Bioshock is a really underrated game. It's like, are you really? Are you gonna try that?
Well, like, I'll tell you one that I saw earlier, Lucas. You'll like this. Let's see if I can track it down now. This is an actual hot take I saw.
Oh god! Oh god! The magicians are in.
Right, so Lucas, I'm just going to read this out in its entirety.
Okay.
Maybe a bit of a hot take, but I'm finding Resident Evil 4 kind of hard to get through again.
Okay.
I've been on a march through the mainline Resident Evil games in the wake of my anticipation for Resident Evil 8. I downloaded RE0 and RE3 Remake, skipped RE1 and RE2 Remake because I played them fairly recently, and I've been putting my current efforts into getting through RE4, and just, woof, out of all games, so far, it's the hardest to adjust to. I feel like the old tank control games, while a bit unwieldy, are firmly their own type of game, so I found that for at least those original static camera games, they still hold up. The same is not true of RE4. Here is a game who was really Capcom's first foray into third-person shooters, and you can really tell as the game feels, and I quote, hopelessly trapped in time.
What?
My biggest gripe is how insanely close the camera is, to the point it's genuinely claustrophobic in a way that isn't fun for mood or tension, but I feel it just generally obscures my surrounding vision for no good reason. I'm surprised the re-release on the PS4 have never added the option for a crosshair. The laser aiming is fine, but it still feels too fiddly to aim and pull off the quick shots that you need to.
Okay.
So we're talking here, folks at home, about a game we've played on this very channel, and I contend, and many people contend, is one of, if not the greatest video games of its generation, if not all time.
Mm-hmm.
You've already got some on. Okay. Wasn't nice, basically a revive, but Lucy goes, I'm not dumb. I totally get why the game caused such a stir back in the day. Implemented a number of fairly revolutionary features for shooters back at that time, like limb-based reactions to wounds and quick-time events, and a lot of this stuff in the end I can get used to after time. But boy, the thing is, it still continually sucks no matter how much you play the game. It's just how long you spend babysitting Ashley. In hindsight, despite the innovations it brought to the shooter genre, it's also an incredibly laborious escort mission for a good middle portion of the game. I can't be the only one who thinks this game really shows its age these days. So Lucas, we played this game last year. I played it like around the same time as you did, because I got into it as well. I contend it is one of the best games of all time.
I do too, and I understand like people who are new to the game are a bit like when they have a bit of reservation about the controls.
Also as well, let me just credit that as well. That's on Reset Era, and that was by fucking moron on Friday of last week. Like, fucking moron who does not understand video games.
I will also point out, like the whole argument about Ashley when we were playing back through that game. I was like, well, there's very, very, very few situations where Ashley is any kind of inconvenience.
No. Also, as well, it's the point of the fucking game.
Yeah.
Because the moment, like, once you've gone through that first village sequence, you already feel so powerful.
Mm-hmm. And like, you almost always get a chance to tell Ashley to hide.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, when I'm looking at every single one of their complaints is a deliberate design decision.
Yes, it's a very deliberate design decision.
It's like, oh, the camera's too close, it makes me feel claustrophobic. That's the point. The point is that you're supposed to feel scared because you have to make the choice of standing and shooting or running away to get like space between yourself and the enemy. It is a very deliberate decision. The reason the game holds up so well is because every single one of these is like fucking flawless in its implementation.
I often have a conversation with people about the Wii version, and a lot of people say that the Wii version is by far and away the best version of the game. And
which is why
for
I
a while,
it's actually the worst.
I would say, like, I thought that it was, but then going back and playing it, going, well, there's actually no survival horror element to it anymore because
it's too easy.
Can aim all of the time and it's super easy. Yeah, the tension is completely gone.
Yeah, it's the better version of the game, but it's worse because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a weird thing to think, but we go into that more in the actual playthrough that we did. But yeah, like fucking moron who is wrong had an opinion about one of the best games of all time. And I like as well they present it as if, look, no one's ever thought of this. It's like, no, you're just an idiot.
And it's one of those of like, yeah, I get there are some problems with the games, but especially when they're putting it down as I am playing through all of the Resident Evil games at the moment, and Resident Evil 4 is the only one with glaring problems. Like,
Lucas, do it. Link's eyes just got big. I love though, like, that's the thing we were talking about. Just every now and again, someone has to drop that hot take of either universally well regarded thing or universally disliked thing is actually good and or bad.
Yeah.
Like, whatever the contrarian opinion is, that will get them the most attention.
Oh no.
Oh, maybe I have to leave some pots. Talk to the owl to open the treasure chest and use the pots around it. Okay, so
how far off screen do I have to go?
I think you have to like reset everything.
I have to go into another room.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have to go all the way back around.
Well, aren't they great then, Lucas? Because I think every now and again I just tell you, because I like troll that form every now and again because it's just the most amazing of amazing hot takes.
Because again, as you say, it's always just that somebody sits there and goes, well, I'm going to be a contrarian today.
And like, I think it was a couple of months ago where I found that one of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild doesn't hold up very well.
Or the other one where you found someone going, now that I've played Genshin Impact, I feel like I never need to touch Breath of the Wild.
And it's like, I respect your opinion, but you're fucking wrong.
Like, opinions aren't often wrong because they're opinions, but that opinion
that one is 100% wrong, yeah. Like, just admit that you want to touch your fucking penis. That's it. That you got, like, the waifu bait was too real. And even then, like, Link's the biggest waifu bait. You only need Link.
Yeah. Like, Link in that Gerudo outfit, man. That's waifu bait enough for me.
It's like, it's not often that an opinion is wrong. That opinion is fucking wrong. And it's just every couple of months, just someone drops something like that, and it's like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Like, please, I know you need to have nebulous hot takes on the internet to get clicks, but come on. Come on.
The thing is, they're not even getting clicks because that's a forum.
Yeah.
Well, you're not even getting paid for it, it's just you being a moron for free.
But they're still getting clicks on their forum posts, which makes them feel like a big person, Carl.
Yeah, the one that I like is that same forum. It's like, oh, Spider-Man's costume needs a mouth hole because it's hard to tell what he's saying. And again, it's just, you're wrong. Okay, let's have a look at this then.
Right, so I'm assuming just...
That one has to be moved. Well,
easy.
That was a lot more... That was a lot easier than we thought it was. Like, we could have overthunk that. It's like, no, just fucking throw a pot at it. Done.
Yeah, basically just throw the pot. It's going to be okay.
That seems like something we would have spent way too much time trying to figure out. It's like, no, just throw a pot at it. Yeah. And I don't know why I do it to myself, but I think it's mostly because I like to say them to you out loud and hear you just go,
Really?
Because every time I say something like I bring one of these up, you just get really upset.
It's just, it gets to that point where I'm just sighing to myself, really? You're going to try that? We really going to sit here and pretend like Ocarina of Time is the worst game of all time?
People try it, don't they?
They do. Like, and I shit you not that if you Google that, someone out there has made that hot take.
Of course they have.
That like Ocarina of Time is the worst game I've ever fucking played.
Like, Lucas, why can't Metroid crawl?
Yeah.
Happens every single time.
That room does just loop us. It's like a magic doorway.
Oh, speaking of which, Lucas. Just another one.
Okay.
Just on the same fucking forum. Do you feel that Skyward Sword deserves its Metacritic score of 93? Lucas, do you think one of the universally agreed best games of all time deserves that thing? Says me, fucking moron on forum who thinks it's wrong.
Well, I mean, I will you know, be playing that game in July and finding out for myself. But
I love it. Like, these are my favourite ones when I look at stuff like this, and it is. Look, I know that everybody else on Earth is in agreement to this, but I think they're wrong.
Like, Skyward Sword is a bit more of a contentious one.
But it's only got a 90. It's not say only got a 93, but that means like 9 out of 10. There are issues with it, but it's it's close enough to perfect. But like, you know what? Everything else that makes this game up can make up for these minor issues that I have with it. And it's like every time we play Smash Bros and stuff in it, and you always get the person who comes in. Is it bad that I never play Smash Bros? It's like, mate, no one gives a fuck. But
it's bad that you think that you need to tell us that you've never played it.
It's that thing in someone's head, isn't it, where they feel like, like it's like saying, oh, I've never watched a Marvel movie or something like that. It's like, no one gives a fuck, mate.
Like, you are the only person that cares about this fact.
And the people who do care, why would you want to talk to them? Because they're fucking boring.
I can't.
Oh, I can just see you winding that all the way
just up. Waiting for it.
It's like, it just reminds me of like every single time someone tries to say anything remotely negative about like the Snyder Cut or any of Zack Snyder's movies, and just they all come out of the woodworks like, haha, you're wrong. Because that was another one I saw.
I was having a conversation with people on like I can't remember what like forum or whatever post it was, and they were talking about how, oh no, Zack Snyder never ever said that his film actually existed. He was just saying that it needs to be made. No, so obviously I got the post where he literally put up like, you know, the reel and went, yeah, the cut exists. And then after that, them defending it go, no, that's just him saying that the idea of it would be this long and that the VFX still need to be done and it still needs to be re-edited.
Despite the fact he doesn't say that. So they're willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and like, you know, infer meaning that wasn't there.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to do the same thing.
I'm like, it's way more like someone would more easily take it that means the film is done than that means the film needs reshoots, re-edits, and VFX put into it.
Because otherwise he would have said that.
Yeah.
Because the one that I saw...
He didn't outright say it, but he almost, as closely as he could have done, said this film is finished. Without
getting sued yet. Another one I saw was he's recently made that movie, Army of the Dead.
Yes.
And I just saw, it was like a brief snippet of a review. And it's like, you can tell that Zack Snyder is a fucking hack. Because in his movie about zombies... he wants a mute. Joe, the Zack Snyder thing of just put a song in where the lyrics describe what's happening on screen.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So he's got, in the film Army of the Dead that has zombies in it, he picked the song Zombie by the Cranberries because it has the word zombie in it.
Okay.
And Lucas, I'm not going to expect you to know what the song Zombie by the Cranberries is about, but do you want to guess, just off the top of your head, what it's not about? I'm being like this here. It's Zack Snyder putting a film about zombies because it has the word zombie in it.
Yeah.
What is the song not about?
Is it not about zombies?
It's not about zombies. No, it's a anti-war song.
Oh right, okay. I'm not familiar with the actual song.
That's why I said I don't expect you to know what it is about. But what is it not about? It's not about zombies
right.
at all. It just has the word zombie.
But he just saw the title zombies, and
that's why he put it in because he's a fucking moron. And this is just a brief snippet of an interview, a review of it, where it's just like, this sums up like his approach to filmmaking and how limited and just like childlike it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I shit you not, a response to that was from some salty person with like a Man of Steel avatar on Twitter, was just, it's not up to you to decide the meaning of other people's art.
Oh my god.
It's just on for Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead.
Oh my god.
It's like
people
Lucas,
really will die on a hill for that, man.
Because those are the only movies I've ever watched where they're... I contend the only reason like morons like Man of Steel and Zack Snyder's movies is because they think they've got depth. And it's not that they've got depth, it's that they're the only movies that they're they're the only movies with depth that's easy enough for someone as stupid as them to understand.
It's shallow enough that it seems like depth, yeah. Yeah,
because they can't comprehend anything beyond that. So it's not that those are the movies that have like more depth than other things, it's that they're the only ones.
Because in the situation that I talked about where it started being like, look, he was trying to, at very, very least, insinuate that cut is completely finished.
which is why we have that video on our channel where we talk about it before it was announced, saying that nobody can agree whether it exists. He keeps teasing that it existed.
Yeah.
The Snyder Cut, you mean? Whereas like Warner Bros.
Yeah.
And stuff are saying it does not exist, and then we had for months up until the release of Salty Fanboy saying, well, it does because he showed it on like Twitter or Vero or whatever.
Yeah, and then I've had that conversation enough times that I know these people will not stop coming out the woodwork, and I just left the conversation.
It's not worth it.
I gave them evidence going, look, here is what I mean when I say that he tried to make it out like the movie was complete. No, he's not saying that in that picture where it says the Snyder Cut exists.
Hashtag release the Snyder Cut.
Okay, I'm just going to walk away.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Because you
They've
can't
got brain
win.
rot. You can't, no, because it's the old Mark Twain quote, is it? Never argue with an idiot. They'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. Like, it's one of the reasons I can't. I love talking about those movies about how bad they are, but I can't talk about them with the people who defend them because they just do not listen.
No.
Like I said, like someone a reviewer, not even in a bad way, just pointing out, like, it is a known thing that Zack Snyder just picks songs that have lyrics that describe what's happening on screen. Like, for Justice League, he picks the song Come Together.
Yeah.
Why? Because Come Together. And like,
because they all come together,
Is, it's a song that works on many levels, mainly one. Which I think sums it up. And then for like, Superman's dead, what do we play? Hallelujah.
Oh, God.
Because that's the song you play when people are
Fucking
dead.
forgot about that one.
They just mentioned that as like not even a bad thing. It's just like I think it sums up like his juvenile, simplistic approach to filmmaking. No, it's wrong. Like it actually works on more layers than you can understand. It's like no, it doesn't. No. He picked it 'cause it's the song with the word zombie in it. It's actually an anti-war song, and he's fucking like glorification of violence.
Oh my God. I'm really trying to figure out how to get to this boss room.
I know. I've just been talking about like salty Zack Snyder fanboys.
They're
so good.
You've been keeping me going like while I'm trying to figure this out. I'm just again like
loops.
the one thing this game needs is just a little system where it tells you what staircase leads to what staircase.
Yeah.
Because
or like the system in where Breath of the Wild,
you're
where
sat
you can,
out
tag
on this,
something.
like very like one level map. And it's like, well, which staircase do I need to get to go into that staircase?
And it's either you remember or do trial and error.
Yeah. And then I'm forgetting which switch I need to hit. And it's I know the whole mental mapping thing is a thing, but like there's no point in having a map to help me get around if the map's not going to tell me how to actually move around the room. Because at this point it's just telling me you need to get up out of that staircase. It's like, well, what leads me to that staircase, though?
And I guess while you're walking around, Lucas, so in response to does Zelda Skyward Sword, does it deserve? I like that as well. They use the phrase deserve.
Deserve, yeah.
Yeah, does it deserve its Metacritic score? Here we have esteemed scholar, fucking moron on Reset Era. No, no. Like this is what I love about stuff like this, where people just go no.
It doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, they don't explain why, it's just no. And that's the end of the discussion.
Maybe we haven't gone this way. I feel like we have gone this way, though. Yeah, we have gone this way. And this is what I mean of just, I need to find... Again, this has happened like a few times in this playthrough.
Yeah.
I need to find the right staircase, and I can't remember which is the right staircase.
No, it deserves a 78 or thereabouts. I'd rate it 75. I bailed on it halfway through. It was very boring.
Is that, are you gonna give any actual constructive criticism other than
no, Lucas? It's a 75 because I thought it was boring.
Yeah. Okay, great. And again, I want to play that game. So I played it a couple of times back in like 2011 when it came out, and I'm reserving judgment for that game because I haven't played it again, like since the couple of times I played it back in 2011.
Yeah, and that's we've had like a couple of discussions about like, our approach to like deciding whether a game's like our favourite or if it's like when you can start talking about the idea of best game of all time. But like my favourite thing about all this kind of thing though is when you read something like this and the same people who are just like no it sucks lol are the same people who like games journalists don't like have a piss easy job.
Yeah.
Well, like they are wholly unable to like describe or explain with any nuance their opinions or break down why they think a game is good and or bad. While simultaneously like saying, "Oh, it's a piss easy job." It's like, okay, then you do it. No, it sucks. And that's it.
Why does it suck though? Oh, because it does. Because you
I
know
don't
what?
like
A Reddit post 5 years after the game came out told me.
Oh, there's a woman in it.
Well, maybe it's this way, Carl.
Okay.
Maybe.
We're trying to find like more.
Rolling.
Okay, what a man! Just took it.
And to clarify for anyone wondering, like the plan is not to play Skyward Sword. It's probably maybe
A stream game.
I'm not sure. Well, I was gonna say it might be out by the time this specific episode is out. I'm not sure because it comes out like relatively early July.
And you were quite far ahead on the Zelda.
Yeah, because we were so far ahead on Pokemon, we were therefore far ahead on Zelda. But yeah, like I'm not going to just be one of those people that's like, well, a new Zelda game is up there for Carl and I have to play another Zelda game.
No. I do like these ones though, the people like, I only played the first level, so now. So I didn't even play the entire thing, not going to pass judgment on it. It's a complete experience.
So, we need to go down from this room. So that's where we've never been. That's what I was missing.
Oh, Lucas the orb. No!
It's fine, Carl. It's fine. Just hug the wall. Hug the wall.
So throw a boomerang at it. That's the most powerful boomerang ever.
Oh my god.
So what's like the thing here? Drop a bomb or something.
Yeah.
Like let a bomb get sucked into it. No.
An arrow maybe?
Yeah, try an arrow. Nope. Unless you bounce like you're weightless. What? The fire? I'll try and put the fire out.
That's why.
Oh, enemies
All
will
the
appear as
enemies
you go
need to
around.
die.
So you need to explore and make the enemies spawn. So basically you're feeding this thing.
No! Thank you.
I'm liking like the traditional style, like just 8-bit music in the background.
Mm.
Like, it's very obvious like being upgraded soundtrack, but you can hear like, dun, 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 dun.
But it is very
understated.
clearly like a remaster of a MIDI sound. Like
Yeah.
this thing, yeah, the BMOS.
Like, you forget as well just how good some of these soundtracks were. Like they did so much with so little.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay, bomb it then.
Yeah.
It depends, because like some Zelda games where it's like, oh yeah, there's obviously recurring enemies, but not
The way
always
to
the
defeat
same
them.
way to defeat them.
That guy's getting mad, look at him. Shoot the bomb with a hook shot, what happens? Oh, I was going to say, does it push the bomb?
No.
Oh! That looks amazing. However, we defeat such an enemy, Lucas.
I'm not sure we're meant to.
Let's just jump across then. Like push something off the edge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You just, again, you were overthinking it.
Yes.
Like, if
Which
you can make
leaves
progress,
me with
make
very
progress.
few hearts, but fuck it.
Nah, we've got like 3 fairies and we've got that entire
There we
thing
go.
by the end.
Perfect.
Like, we've got very few
Perfect.
hearts.
Another
Don't worry,
fairy
fairies
game
heard you.
Carl.
Is it the nightmare key we need for that?
Yes, but Carl.
Ah, I see.
God damn it!
I hate that there's not more. Like, at the very least, give us like a heart or some rupees.
Yeah, just
Just
a
chuck a few
fairy
rupees at
pops
us for
out.
doing that. And then the lights go down anyway for the drama. What's it gonna be? Look.
Oh, no.
Fuck
Well, this
is
is why
this?
it's called a fake shrine.
Don't tell me your weak point. It's so much less cool. Oh, thank God. I made that point with Final Fantasy VIII, didn't we? The guy just told you his weak point. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
It's like, don't let my lights go red. Great.
That's a great name for this enemy as well, the Facade.
The Facade, yeah.
Which I love that word.
Oh. Oh! I'm rising.
Yeah, if you stand on it, maybe it'll fly. Now, this is rough.
Link, cower.
There we go. Oh, he's going to throw everything at you one by one.
Oh my word.
Oh, shit. So you're going to need to get some damage done to him soon. Unless it is just dodge. Okay. Survive for as long as possible, then. I'll throw a bomb at him.
Yeah.
Like whether he spawns next yet. There we go. There we go.
Yes.
Oh,
Perfect.
that's gotta hurt, hasn't it? Oh, perfect.
Well then, I don't need to move that one.
Oh. Try and guess where he's gonna be. You can see him looking at it, he's like, no, 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 no. Did he really need to say, oh, my weakness is? Like, most people's weakness is having an explosive directly in their grill. There's not many people who can survive something like, oh god. Oh. Ooh. Moving a bit faster
faking
now.
us out.
Moving a bit faster now as well. Oh! What's he gonna do? If the windfish wakes up, everything on the island will be gone forever. Oh, so it might just be all a dream.
I think it's gonna be. It really is hinting that way, isn't it?
And I don't like that. But then again, this is an older game, and it's a shorter story.
Yeah.
And the Legend of Zelda series of all things probably gets away with saying it's just a fucking dream, because
This was only
a dream?
what, game number 4 that came out. I think.
It's a side quest that came out for like a console, like not a mainline console.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The triangle.
The most dangerous of all instruments. Like, if anyone out there knows, can you play anything other than the triangle, then just get the little bit inside the middle of it and go. You're like a jackass.
Yeah.
I still when a kid in our school fucking threw one.
Oh god.
And I remember the dick move of someone got one and then with a bare hand straightened it out.
Jesus.
That was a dick move. Like, not properly, but they just like unbent it.
Yeah.
So it was no longer a triangle, it was just the line.
Oh, something calls from the mountains.
Oh, what should be like 19 Lionels?
Just staring us down.
What would you do?
Oh, he's back.
I can hear him. I can hear the flat flap of the owl.
The flap flap.
Of course, the monsters be scared. They may conquer the island and destroy their foes. That's a rough choice.
Okay.
It's like we can let the monsters win, or destroy everything. Like, that's the thing of like, do you let your opponent attack your life points or use Dark Hole?
Did you just kamikaze?
Just
I'm
turn
guessing
one kamikaze. Yeah,
that's the next part.
I seize it. Yeah. So that knobhead was like, "Hey, give me a Vital." And it's like, "Oh yeah, a little pineapple. That's a Vital, right?" Even though I've never heard that word used to describe. I'm still pissed. I'm still mad. I'm gonna stay mad. I'm gonna be so salty about that.
I'm gonna say we just head back because you know that took a little while to get through the dungeon, so there's no point starting anything up.